In this video, I like to share the techniques of drawing perspective drawing using rows and columns instead of vanishing point. Starting with the horizontal line, vertical line center, and vertical line on each side, left and right, shorter than the middle. And that will be the starting point of the perspective line instead of vanishing point. Instead of using the center point as previous drawing, I decided to use different technique because I'm going to create a 6 stories building, and it's quite odd to find the center point. The best solution is to divide them using eyes measurement to create 3 volumes of this door. Then back to the basic techniques to find the central points of each of these volumes. That will give me the 2 stories on each volume, equal to 6-story houses, 6-story building, just like this. Now I'm going to divide it into 3 columns because there will be 9 opening on each floor symmetrically. But to find the center point, it will be can create only 8 because it's odd number, so I have to divide into 3 instead of starting with the center point, just like this. 3 columns on each side. I then extruded it above will be slightly equal to that each floor, because the reason why I did this is because should I did it all together, it will be difficult to find the exact 6 floor story, because that top one is not going to be, there won't be any opening. Now I find again divide each column into 3 columns like this. Again using my eye measurement. It's not exact, just like this. Now that gave about 9 pattern on each floor. Like this. The next is I'm going to find this line where the opening end, the top of the opening, the windows will be. But in this one, I'm going to draw, instead of straight line or square line, is going to be an arch. So the arch is going to be half round. So the lower line here is going to be the bottom of the arch. Each arches will be the bottom of that. But before that, I'm going to add another line to give a sense of thickness of this opening, rather than just simple one line. I do both sides on each facade, just like this. It is important to do it methodically. Now I'll find the center of that, each one. You see that the bottom line is the end of the arch, and the top is the circle, which is half shape, half round, just like this. The line won't be straight line because you have freehand drawings, but doesn't matter. Just like this. This is another to show another line inside to show the thickness of this wall, the opening, the structure, inside the building. And again on the other side, the bottom. Now I find each line where they should be, and I'm gonna start shedding them. It is advised to start with the darker side, a thicker black ink to start with when shedding. It is important to me anyway. It is important to shed my drawing to give the sense of thickness and volumes, a sense of three-dimensional visually in a two-dimensional drawings, just like this. And of course, it is always to be reminded to keep this ink pen, press it really finely, gently on the piece of these drawings. Because the drawing is so small, it is important that to draw it very neatly inside those lines, behind those lines, because it slightly mistake isn't going to be obvious. It is already imperfect anyway. The process of this will be repeated on both sides. Add a bit of detail on that top, on that roof, to be more realistic. The next one, of course, I like to indicate the direction of the sunlight. It's coming from the left side, so it is on the right side of this drawing has to be much more shading to give a darker, to indicate the direction of the sunlight, pointing of sunlight visually. When it comes to shading the drawing, I think it's really individualistic techniques. Certain people like to do diagonal shade and cross it with vertical. In this exercise, I just like to start with doing just the vertical line, because this drawing is such a small drawing. As my previous video, I like to press my pen gently and repeat it if it needed, so the effect will be much better than pressing one line. And this one is just like scribbling. Not just giving the shade and direction of the sunlight, but at the same time also visually to indicate the tactility of the building material property. I think it is almost there. I just need to add a bit more final touches, just to keep fine line on each of these arch windows. Yeah, I think just like this. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to support my channel. Thank you very much.